It was just amazing, story that happened. I didn't like, when we got there, we didn't expect that something can happen like that. And unfortunately, with the camera, everyone forget to film what's going on because we were all like shouting and try to protect ourselves. The more you make noise, it's how actually, the species should get attention that these people, they're here, but they're not trying to stop or shouting. You do back up slowly, and the leopard eventually move off, and we jump on and understand that. The next day we come with the vehicle and find that she's having youngster. We were there like, she was busy giving birth, and we were not aware.
Oh, so it was new youngsters.
And when we get the next day, able to see the female carrying the youngster into another den, and it was like, oh, what's going on here, But it's something that can happen, and the leopard is being there patient enough, and the guy was playing. If he was not playing, pulling all these roots, the leopard should remain calm, and until we left. And we'll never ever know. But this was very good because we know that it's a leopard with the youngster. Next day we come, we have seen the youngster, and it was very, very good.
Awesome, and there's so many stories to remember back to. Rex, one of the things also with, and having spent a lot of time tracking and walking as well, is that ultimately, even in those severe conditions, like I said, there were so many things happening at once. She was in the process of giving birth, you guys were there at sunset, moving around, and even then, the animal still didn't attack you. She was just telling you to give me my space because I need my space. And
I need my space. Move off, guys. I'm busy doing my own business.
I think as long as, and that's part of what I enjoy about this as well, even though severe circumstances, as long as you behave correctly, animals don't want to attack people. As long as you give their space and vice versa, we can all sort of look around together.
Yeah, it's good. It can happen easy on that way. Some of time, people that concern, I just want to give more info about what's going on with this animal. Be on foot. And it doesn't mean that species out into the world will able syndicate to see human being or charge or kill. It doesn't work like that way. More special leopard. Look at the leopard. I was tracking for myself many years. I track leopard and get 2 meters from the leopard. What will do, the leopard will look at you. If you see that you see it, you will growl a little bit to tell you, I'm here. You have to read the bush if out here, because it will give you...
you have to listen.
You have to listen.
He'll tell you.
He will tell you that I'm here. You have to... it's dangerous for someone that walk into the bush without understanding the knowledge of the bush. Is where you might have problem. But although it's like that, the leopard will run away. If you will give, there's zones that will give you phases of the zones. Alert zone, comfort zone, critical zone. It will give you chances. Leopard, if you give you critical zone once, you want us, I'm attending, I'm attacking. You show off that I'm here. Maybe growl, mock charge you and go back. Be on the original spot because he is now aware that you can see him. If you need to insist, it's up to you.
Exactly. No, it's all
you can challenge. So leopard, you can track on foot. You can get to the leopard very close. It's not a problem at all. Same of all these species, you can track it and get so close. It's nothing that you can fear as long as you can understand it.
As long as you pay attention and
respect. Which is a big thing. It's all about. I've been once tracked the leopard down south also. Living here, when we start to see the first cubs of safari female, those one that called Basile.
I remember them.
I tracked them. It was my first sighting of a leopard when I joined here at Juma. There was a guy, Chris Stamper, and he said to me, hey friend, we haven't seen the leopard. We know that you're very good on tracking. Can we find the leopard? And that time, safari female, she was not like seen quite often. She was relaxed. She was relaxed, but with the cubs, you haven't seen. So I tracked the leopard and find the kill. After I find the kill, I track it again. I found that it headed west. Then I called the girls. I found the leopard, but it's not there. The afternoon when I come back again, when we get to the same kill, we found those cubs. They were there joining the mother. And the guy was very happy that he said he was his first sighting of the leopard cubs here in Juma. So it's something that leopard can get to see you. It doesn't mean that it will attack. It will do something fun for you. It will tell you that I'm here. Back up and do whatever that. If you can do, walking is something that I enjoy. Even tracking animals, lions, a leopard, most all these cats. It's really amazing. It's trained you. You have that fear that I need to be sharp. I need to understand.
You pay attention.
You pay attention.
Bird sound, wind, everything, smells,
wind, everything. You tend to consider that, and it will help you to locate an animal.
Of course, it's like building a puzzle.
Then on that way you're able to know, if birds acting on this way, it means this.
Yeah.
If I mean all these species of birds to really even assist you to tell you what's going on
Yeah,
that
no, they're
environment.
all part of the...
all part of It's easy on that way.
Funny you mentioned leopard. It's a story we won't talk about today, but maybe at one of the storytellings. My second last day at Juma before I left, and I can't remember what year it was, about 4 or 5 years ago, Nick and myself went for a walk from Bush Lodge, which is the other Juma camp, just down a drainage line, and we were playing around. I like playing in the bush, and at one stage I was further ahead, and I'll tell the story another time. But we found the smallest cubs I've ever seen. They were probably 2 weeks old or so, still blue eyes, and it was the day before I left, so I'm sure you guys saw them a lot later on. It was that female. She had 2 youngsters there between our nets and Bush Lodge. Cow female, yeah.
Yes.
And she was there as well, but we'll maybe talk about that another time. So I think we've got to still talk about pitch. We learn coming up and lots of things. But you know how to enjoy stories. That's what fires are for.
Yeah.
To tell stories and to learn from them as well. So we'll do lots more of them.
Yeah, thanks man, Pete. Joining chat around the fire. It's time for Pete to come.
That's your water. There's one for everyone.
Thank you. Shall we sit on the floor today?
On the top.
I'm going to stick out too high if I do. All right. So maybe before we start, I got a quick surprise actually. As you were chatting with Rex, an email came in from somebody we quite know well, Marco. He was watching the Fireside Chat.
Missing the Fireside Chat, I'm sure.
Yeah, and he said it was cold and miserable in London, and he was missing the bush and all of us, which also means all of you, of course. And he wanted me specifically to thank everybody that made videos of him, and he really appreciated that, and he likes watching them. So he wants to thank all of you for it. And well, he's watching, so hello, Marco.
Hello, Marco. How's it going? It is bizarre. We did say that Marco will pop in sometimes and say hello. So I think the Fireside Chat certainly was a place that Marco will always be missed at. And so much has happened. And it's been
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it gets like that.
I think it's two and a half or something like that. Yeah. So actually, the Fireside Chat today, but oftentimes I just forget what day of the week it is. But that's a good thing, I guess. It's been quite a week, and I guess what stands out animal-wise is the lion sighting that you guys just discussed here. I was on the back of the Jika, and for me it was a first being inside the lion pride like that, sitting quite exposed and open and still feeling quite safe. Partly because I didn't feel any threat, and of course also the other part is that I trust Peter to use his judgment, not to get me into danger.
No, but it was quite amazing. Like you say, we were in the middle. We had at one stage the male and the females there, and we had literally lines around us, which was quite cool.
Fascinating. The things, it crossed my mind. That's the way my mind works. But I said, okay, no, it looks fine. There's no threat or. No,
that's the important part, and then ultimately there is something primal in us that that'll certainly tell us when you start feeling threatened. When you get into that space, when you need to start moving out. When Rex mentioned now the different zones you get, and you get the same, people that have studied psychology with people as well, but you get comfort zones and you get warning zones and danger zones and different spaces around an animal where they feel threatened. For some animals that can be at a far distance, for other animals it can be very close. For gorilla to walk into camp here and look around means that she's quite comfortable to certain distances, and that can vary with animals as well, the same as with humans. Some people you can walk up and say, man, how's it going? And other people you just look towards them and they're a bit nervous. So it's the same with animals as well, but that certainly was a fantastic. We're not going to talk about the lions the whole night, but it was a big highlight of the week from an animal point of view. Yeah,
definitely. And other than that, it's been quite busy still, preparing for next week when Graham and Emily are coming over again, and also for starting some of the new things. It's all quite exciting. I don't think we've announced everything yet, but there's a couple of things that have been announced, and a couple more things that will happen also next week and the weeks after that. And lots of things will be changing, improving. There will be lots more content on the air, also during daytime. And actually I'm quite excited to also get my own show or program. Actually I'd like to call it a program. Show seems a bit like fake and staged, and I want it to be natural. It will be a feature in a way, to be loose, and also it's going to be called We Learn, and the idea behind it is that we focus on the smaller things that often if you're on a game drive you can't really see, because if you look at a bird, by the time you get your camera on it, it's typically gone already. or there's even just too small to see, like lizards or reptiles or other
Yeah, you can
things.
see it briefly, but it's just to sort of see that it's there rather than being able to look at it and appreciate it
Yeah,
in detail.
it moves off too fast, and it's difficult to put the camera on and have the viewers share it. That's the main thing, I think. So yeah, we're going to focus a bit on those things. Birds will of course be a big part of it, but it's not going to be just.
It's not going to be a birding program. Yeah.
No, not just a birding program. It's going to be all kind of things. And